That's it. There you go. Now you got again. Who's the last guy to stop? Time. Very good. That's what I mean.
Here is the champion of the WBC and WBA, Mike Tyson. He is all business. He, of course, has won all 30 of his fights. Kevin Rooney, the man we spoke of a moment ago.
Everybody in the world, sort of like somebody trying to foist a spokesman on Lee Iacocca.
And Tyson's entrance into the ring literally being heralded. And there, of course, is the record that we spoke of. 27 knockouts. Tony Tucker has come into the ring. He sprinted into the ring. Well, whether he sprints out remains to be seen. He's won 34, not 35.
This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the unification of the heavyweight championship of the world. In the blue corner, fighting out of Houston, Texas, weighing 221 pounds, with a professional record of 34 wins, no defeats, 29 KOs. He is the IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Tony TNT Tucker. And in the red corner, from Catskills, New York, he too weighs 221 pounds. He is undefeated in his professional career, 30 wins, no defeats, with 27 KOs. He is the WBA and WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
Okay, now, here we go now. You had your instructions in the dressing room to protect yourself at all times. Any question, Mr. Tucker is chief second. Any question, Mr. Tyson, the chief second. Let's get it on, come on.
There's a line in the movie Full Metal Jacket. You can talk the talk, can you walk the walk? It's time for Tony Tucker now to walk the walk.
Or run the run, as it were. And we'll see what kind of tactic Tucker takes.
I was expecting Mike Tyson to jump right on Tony Tucker. Tucker, I had figured that he should at least tie his man up, try to frustrate Mike Tyson.
But is he strong enough to do that?
Well,
that was a good right hand by Tucker. That might have been the best shot that Mike Tyson has ever taken right there.
did you notice that uppercut blocked Mike Tyson? He may have seen something. Technically speaking, no one gave Tucker a chance. But there are miracles here. What do you see in Mike Tyson? And we always felt that he was susceptible to take jabs, but I think what Tucker saw in Tyson was the uppercut. He was susceptible to
stopped by a punch.
What happened then was the best thing that Tucker could have done.
Tucker said when we talked to him, he said, I'm not worried about what he's going to do to me, I'm worried about what I'm going to do to him. That's confidence. Another right hand by Tucker. There was a left hand by Tyson.
With sheer motivation here. A lot of confidence.
Yeah, he said he likes being the underdog, even though it's the first time he's been one. Probably since he was an amateur.
You know what's happening? Every time Mike reaches in, Tony comes with the right hand.
Another thing you have to say about Tucker, frankly, I didn't think he fought that well, but it was against James Broad. Against Douglas, he fought a little bit better. And now we'll see what he can do against certainly the best.
Here we go, Clint, here we go.
Again, a right hand, but he took a right from Tyson. And another big right by Mike Tyson. Did a very good first round for both men, and particularly for Tucker. There's a great left hand at the bell by Tyson.
Well, Tony Tucker is a 10-1 underdog. He wasn't 10-1 in that round.
You gotta go to the body first. Just like that in the end, you start to pick it up a little bit. You gotta come alive a little bit. You understand me? Yeah. How you feel? You feel right? Relax yourself. Right there in the end, that's where you gotta fight the guy. You gotta go to the body first, then up to the head. Don't look for the one shot to the head. Go to the body.
The balcony here at this place. We'll show you a picture of him later on.
Go to the body. Don't look for the one punch to the head.
He's putting 3-4 punches together. and he's following up with left uppercut, left hooks.
Led with the left uppercut that time.
Just has to keep those hands high. That's very important.
Well, you know, Ray, I hearken back to your fight with Marvin Hagler, where after
Surviving the first round actually can turn the tables around in a fighter. It gives him the confidence. And again, like Tony Tucker, in fact, he's throwing one. He's using his height, his reach.
Work that 7. Like that.
good body shot by Tyson. That's exactly what Kevin Rooney was telling him to do in the corner.
Not let Tyson work that body. Tyson's trying to slow Tucker down by body shots.
Tyson's not telling him to jab to box. He's telling him to jab to get inside.
That was a good example of this in the face of Tony Tucker. He really wants to frustrate Mike Tyson.
There was a left hand by Tyson, but it did not appear to hurt Tucker.
You're making a miss real good. You gotta come up punching right away.
This is the third round. A lot of people did not think it would go this far.
You can't allow Mike Tyson to punch inside. Now we need to see some jabs by Tucker and some lateral movement, which we see now. And try to catch Tyson coming in with his head.
Mills Lane, very take charge as a referee. No nonsense guy. Tucker with another left hook to the head of Mike Tyson.
Got his man up and got out of the corner.
There was a good right hand again by Tucker. In close, catching Tyson on the way in.
He's finished with the left hook, Barry.
What's allowing Tony Tucker to get that hook and that uppercut in?
Coming in with his head. The uppercut has been doing a...
There was a good left hand, and that staggered Tony Tucker.
But the fact of the matter is, frustration is what it caused. It creates frustration in the fight.
The tactics of Tony Tucker, but I'm not sure you don't disagree with those.
I don't disagree at all, because Tony's been tying his man up.
There was a good right hand by Tucker again.
But they're uppercuts, Barry. You notice they're uppercuts.
One punch at a time, he makes you miss it, then he pops you at one time, you understand? You gotta use your jab, you gotta box him a little bit, you understand? Get the bounce in your legs, 7-7 combinations, you gotta combinate. You gotta throw the combination, you're just looking for one shot.
We start the fourth round. And in Tyson's corner, they
not look for one punch. And that's where normally Tyson's able to dominate his opponent, because he throws a barrage of punches. Not one punch, because one punch normally is not going to do it. You see the intensity in Tony Tucker.
There was a big left hand by Tyson, and that was the one big punch. And another one.
You see, this is what Tyson wanted. He wanted Tucker to stand there and exchange punch for punch. In this case, normally Tyson comes out on top.
Get him up, Tucker, come on.
Is whether or not Tucker can withstand this type of pressure.
Get him up, Mike, come on.
Tyson needs to use his. The jab of Tony Tucker is starting to work again. Take it downstairs sometime. He needs to throw a jab downstairs, bring it back up to the head.
There's a right hand again by Tyson, but Tucker appears unhurt again. Definitely has his legs back under him after being hurt earlier in this round. Another good shot. And Tyson with another left hand.
He's just trying to slow that movement down. That movement seems to be affecting Mike's punches, because he's not able to get his punches in there.
That he did throw right behind it.
But Tyson started to double his punch up a little bit more on the chin of Tony Tucker.
You know, something that could become a factor that you never thought would have is the fact that this, originally you'd have thought that's sort of like making war and peace.
That Tony Tucker initiated respect. He stood his ground. He rocked Mike Tyson the first round with a beautiful uppercut. So there's mutual respect here. Good hand speed by Tony Tucker. I just don't like when he stands there and exchange punches.
Tyson got the better of that exchange. Tyson's fought has either run or stood right in front of him, and he said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move and I'll be firing. And through the first 3 rounds at any rate, I'm not so sure about the 4th, but the first 3 rounds, exactly what he did.
Very inviting for a counter right hand, a lead-off right. There's the left hook. But you know it's the left hand of Tony Tucker.
Virtually all night, and even when he threw the jab.
Directly in front of Tony Tucker. And that's why Tony's able to get those punches off. He should be giving a little more head movement. Left, right, left, right. Be less of a target.
There was a right hand in close by Tyson.
That was a right hand, Barry, but you know the Tucker and get him out of there.
There was a right hand by Tyson. Left missed, right was right there.
To the side, do something different. You're coming straight and you let him run around. He's running around. You gotta change it up just a little bit, you understand? More jabs, bad intentions. Jody point with bad intentions.
You get the feeling from Tucker's corner, Ray, that they think this fight is winnable.
Did you see that?
You can understand now, Ray.
A lot of people.
Right hand by Tyson.
Tucker's corner want him not to tie his man up, which I think is a good move because it doesn't allow Tyson to punch. But instead, they wanted to push Tyson off and go at him, which I think could be a costly mistake. Mike Tyson's perpetual motion is always coming, so you have to break his rhythm, either with a jab or to tie him up and break that rhythm.
I haven't seen anybody be able to push him off.
By pushing a man off.
Right hand by Tyson, back Tucker up between Rudy and Tyson.
Tyson's just walking his man down, trying to catch up with him. But instead, here, Tucker is moving to his right. And what Mike has to do is foot move because I didn't expect that much from him. But the fact of the matter is, it's making matters very, very tough for Mike Tyson to get inside.
Tyson looks right now like he's in it for the long haul here. And there was a big right hand. Tucker says, no, I'm not hurt. I've always found that to mean I'm hurt.
That right hand landed because, again, the habit that Tucker makes is dropping his left hand at his side.
And he took another right hand, got cute, and paid the price.
I think he's watched my fight before.
Yeah, I think he has too. I think his timing is not as good as yours.
Very good. Very good. Now, a little spring in the leg, a little bounce into them legs, and using that jab the same way. And that right hand, you see, you hit him with the right hand. You got to do more of that. He's a difficult guy to fight. He's moving. Whenever you get close, he grabs you. I haven't seen you punch out once yet.
Let's take a look at that right hand that Mike Tyson got in. Here you see him use the left hand just as a way to get in, and then firing the right behind it. Now this is good fighting now that he's settled down. The great fighters don't go out looking for a quick knockout. The great fighters go out and fight, and when the opportunity for the big punch comes in, they take it. That little bit of insolence he had at the start of the fight to establish himself doesn't seem to be there anymore. He has to go on the attack.
But again, you notice the movement of Tucker's really throwing Tyson off, not allowing him to get inside and be effective.
Tyson's jab in the last 3 rounds has been effective in allowing him to get inside on Tony Tucker. It's not a jab like Tucker's. Tucker predominantly a boxer, and Tyson, of course, a banger.
We see Tucker trying to, but Tucker's really doing a fantastic job.
He hasn't been as tense and tentative he was in the fight with Douglas. He appeared to be as loose throughout most of this fight.
No, I would agree. He's very relaxed. I think what did it was that first round when he rocked Mike Tyson. He said, hey, I can punch too.
Well, in fact, in that first fight, he got a cramp in his left arm in the first round. A knot actually formed. It was with him the whole fight. And he feels it was just from tenseness.
Also, he wants to prove that he is indeed a great fighter.
You know, another thing that I feel we should at least point out here is there was a rumor in Las Vegas boxing circles, but there was a rumor about Tyson's, or rather Tucker's right hand, that he had injured his right hand, and that's why he backed off.
Not in a heavyweight. They don't throw those kind of punches.
Again, Tucker trying to get cute and again getting the worst of it and still mugging with Tyson, which brings the crowd alive.
Well, when you do that, and I know from experience because I invented it, you got to be very careful because you're so vulnerable for a counter punch.
Here we go.
That 7th round with Tony Tucker being animated on his antics. The key to that is the fact from a psychological standpoint with the fighters intimidating as Hagler. I mean, I'm sorry, Hagler's on my mind now. But Tyson, it really affects a fighter. And I'm sure Tucker thinks it's going to work for him.
Well, it is a fact. Tony Tucker has watched the tape of the Sugar Ray Leonard Marvin Hagler fight on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, it was only half worked.
But if you analyze it though, Barry, actually he's doing what I did to Hagler.
Yeah, but you did that and made the punch count, and he did that and got hit.
Well, the key is doing what you have to do.
Other left hand.
Okay, I like that in Mike Tyson because he's throwing combinations again. But whenever he looks for one shot, he's talking for a long, long night.
I've seen him throw the right hand in anger since the middle of the...
Well, in a fight of this intensity, this magnitude, when you're fighting, you really don't feel it because your adrenaline is flowing and you don't feel the pain.
He did throw a right uppercut there, which missed. Mike Tyson seems to have gained control of the fight.
That right hand seemed to have hurt Tucker. His knee seemed to buckle just for a second.
Right hand up on the top of the head.
When guys are in tremendous shape, it's very tough to see what, to tell whether or not they're hurt or not.
He's hoping they can hit sneak punch with one good shot and hurt you. Now, you got to move your head a little bit more. You're not moving enough. Move your head, come in and get in there and punch out. You're not punching out at all. You put your arm right around. You got to punch out. You got to think about that. You got to get on me. It's time to get out.
The question for an athlete like Mike Tyson isn't whether he's going to win, but how he wins. It's like a Sebastian Coe, not whether he's going to win the mile race, but what his time is. So what we're going to watch from now on is really, can he break down Tucker? Can he get him hurt? Can he stop him? Can he end in style?
You move your head a little bit more. You need to see more head movement.
That graphic a minute ago saying 15 rounds, as we mentioned.
That's it. Move that head. Come on, that's it. Get on him.
You can hear Kevin Rooney yelling in the background. Get on him, he said. Wanted Tyson to move his head. That's something, Ray, you pointed out about 5 rounds ago.
Yes, you have to move that head in order to get inside and not be the uppercuts. He's very susceptible to the uppercuts.
There's a right hand by Tucker that backed Tyson off.
Get him up, both of you. Come on.
There was a big left hand, but again, Tucker shakes his head. I'm okay.
A lot of times, when that left hook of Tyson's landed, because that's the direction that Tony Tucker's moving, it takes away the power of it.
Get to the side! Jeremy, get to the side!
Right hand right above us by Tyson.
What you do, you stop, and then you throw your punches. Then get back on your bicycle.
Mills Lane saying, I don't want to have to penalize you. Let's do some punching. Tyson getting off quicker with his jab now.
It's a good, short, strong, fast left jab of Mike Tyson.
You pretty much agree with that judgment of Larry Merchant, right?
I think it's a little closer than that. But these last few rounds here are very, very important. Again, we talk about judges' criteria, how he's scoring the fight, whether or not he's scoring the most effective punches or the percentage of punches that are landed.
Well, if in fact ring generalship is a key factor in judging a fight, I really do believe that since about the 5th round, Mike Tyson has been in charge of the fight.
He has been the aggressor. Mike has not been able to land the kind of punches we've seen in the past. And the reason for that is because of the way that Tony Tucker has approached this fight.
All right.
Rather than his hand.
Tony Tucker's right hand now is dropping, and that is asking for Mike Tyson's left hook. He needs to throw a little short jab, then step. Like that. Throw a jab, then step in. Get close. Now come.
There it was.
That's what you have to do. That's what he has to do, rather. This jab's going to get him closer to the taller man, Tucker, and then he can throw his punches. Once again, bro, you see what's happening here. Then he gets in. Now he's starting to cut the ring off. Now he's not following Tucker. Now he's inside again. The jab, once again, is effective.
It's as effectively as
more and work his way in.
And remember, it's a different kind of jab. Not a jab that you use just to keep a man off of you.
Mike can't keep running with his chin like that. Not with the hand speed of Tony Tucker. I'm almost expecting one to go down because a lot of times both guys are reaching in with their chins first.
Tyson was a little short with both that right and the left.
Will he try?
He looked a little bit like a tired fighter, just looking at him in his corner between those rounds.
Oh, because he's never fought at this. This is when your body aches, your legs cramp, but you got to push. You got to push it to the limit.
And in Tyson's corner, they told him he got 2 rounds left. Fight for the full 3 minutes.
Your arms ache. They start to drop your side. That jab was going to get him closer. Mike's face. And the reason there's frustration is because of what Tucker's doing. He's tying his man up. Those little antics there sometimes work. I mean, he's fighting his fight. He's doing his thing. He doesn't care what people say on the books.
There's been a lot of Tyson opponents that haven't done that.
Man, you hurt him! The last fucking round!
I mean, just check out.
Come on, the let's do it! Hey, go! Stay with him! Stay with him!
You know what happened? The crowd somewhat is booing. Some of them are booing. And while they're booing, it's because they expected the inevitable. And it didn't happen for them. Tucker's fighting a great fight.
Tyson is 1 round away from becoming the unified heavyweight champion at the age of 21.
But interestingly
This
enough,
obviously won't be a dramatic victory unless he does something dramatic here, but
it was interesting. Did you hear Kevin Rooney in the corner saying, with these judges, you never know. You got to go out there and win this round big. So Rooney just being a realist.
I have to say something, bro. You know, when Tony Tucker won the title against Buster Douglas, I felt that he needed more experience to deal with Mike Tyson, that he wasn't strong enough, nor had the experience to deal with Mike Tyson. I said, it'd probably be a blowout. But he said, so what with these so-called experts? I'm going to show you. And this is what he did tonight. You have to take your head off to the guy. Against a guy as mobile, hand speed, height, and reach advantage.
He had the big hat, and while maybe he didn't have all the cattle, at least he had a couple of cows. Crowd getting a little tired of that. Tucker seems to be fighting the kind of fight that he thinks he's winning. Big left hand. Tucker says, no, I'm all right. I'm all right. Tyson finishing with a flourish. And so is Tucker. Great finish to a pretty entertaining evening. Over.
Well, Tony Tucker talked the talk and walked the walk. He fought him. And he was a better fighter than most of us knew that he was. There's an old saying in boxing, you never know how good an unbeaten fighter is. And an unbeaten fighter is hard to beat because he doesn't know that he can be beat. And that's how Tucker fought tonight.
Conversation going on between the two. This seems of a friendly nature.
I love you. No, you got me right. All I'm going to say is, praise the Lord, Mike. Praise the Lord, baby.
For the winner by unanimous decision and undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
So Mike Tyson, not surprisingly, the unanimous decision winner over Tony Tucker.
Started to throw big punches again. Describe what you see. What was all this jiving and antics?
He was a little intimidating. He was trying to make me think that he was fresh and he was ready to go when he was not tired. I wasn't expecting him. But look, as soon as I come in, he grabs me.
Mike, congratulations.
Thank you, Larry.
Undisputed champion, 21 years old. Do you feel now that you're the undisputed champion, that really is more meaningful than the other championships in terms of history?
I knew I was youngest heavyweight champion when I beat Berger. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mike, thank you.
Want to get better at boxing while actually enjoy learning it? On my Patreon, you'll learn real boxing techniques, watch epic fighter highlights, and get exclusive videos, all ad-free. It's everything boxing fans love in one place. Become a member today. The link will be in the video description.